Hey guys, Gina with Sidewalk Talk. Today, I am with the beautiful, she is Jules.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. How's LA been for you so far?
It's been good.
Yeah?
Been, LA is just like one of those places where I have like a love and hate relationship with, but
Why would you hate it?
oh no. I mostly love it though. But it's been fun. It's been so fun.
Traffic.
Yeah, traffic. That's like the big thing. But
yeah,
we love her.
What are you planning on doing for the rest of your trip here?
Well, I have a lot of sessions. I have a fun like music video shoot.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I'm like so excited about it.
Are you allowed? Is it for your own project or like with a collab or anything like that?
Yeah, it's for my own solo stuff. So it's like very exciting.
That's awesome. Congrats. You grew up in the San Jose area.
Yes.
Like, what was it like growing up? Like what was your favorite thing to do growing up there?
Oh my gosh. So where I live, it's like we're like in between San Francisco and then like also like Santa Cruz, which is like the beach town. So it's like you got the city and like the beach. So like all the things.
So you're like prime. You're like at like a really good spot.
Yes. No. So like all of the things. I go to the beach all the time and like there's mountains. So
you and your friends, like growing up, you would have this option to just go to the mountains or the beach?
Yep.
Wow. That's so nice. Yeah. What are your favorite subjects in school?
Oh my goodness. I definitely I was so blessed because we had like this creative writing class and that was like definitely like my favorite.
Like in like middle school, grade school?
In high school. Are we talking about high school?
I'm talking about like just in general.
In general?
Like when you're a kid.
Oh.
Or like I guess in high school.
Yeah, I would say like anything English. Like I loved I loved writing poetry and like reading poetry books. Like that when we got into like the poetry part of like the English class or like talking about English, like that was always my favorite.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. So I mean, you got into writing poetry or like journals and stuff at a super young age, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get your creative side from your dad's side, your mom's side, both?
Yeah, I definitely think that, I mean, honestly, both of them, like my mom is definitely like a go-getter, and so is my dad. Like they're very different people. My dad is very extroverted, my mom's very introverted, so I think in some ways like, my dad was like one of those creatives that are like, I don't know, like he went to school for art and he like drew a lot, and so I think that's like where
so cool.
I can't draw for my life.
Is that his profession, like drawing and stuff?
So he did a bunch of like he's done everything. He's done like graphic design, he worked for like the 49ers, then he did like music and then music and TV.
Okay,
yeah,
so you definitely got it from the dad side, like
yeah,
for sure.
Yes, for sure.
Wow.
I definitely think I got like my mom's like drive to like get things done. My mom's life, I feel like, is go-getter because she was like 18 when she came from to this country. She was born in Lebanon and are you okay?
Did you see that? I like chirped. I thought that was really smooth. That was really good.
Sorry. No, that was smooth. Oh my gosh. Oh, should I just pick up? Like I don't even know.
Oh yeah. Okay. Where were we?
I'm talking about my mom and how she's like a very like ambitious woman. Yeah, no, my mom, like she like came to America when she was like when she was 13, and then by 18 she was like selling houses, so she does real estate.
Wow.
So
by 18?
Yeah, like she bought her parents their first home ever in like the Bay Area, which is crazy. So I'm like, whoa, that's like some big boss moves. Like, I'm like, I want to be able to like do 18? That. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she is just like, she sees something and she like goes and gets it. She's like very much like that.
Yeah, like she's, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So like how did you tell them that, is this what you're doing full time?
Yes.
Okay, so at what point or how did you tell them that you wanted to do music full time?
Yeah, like, so I think I told them like very early on. Like I knew I think by the age of 8 that I wanted to get into music.
Aww.
It's because that's when I started writing songs.
Yeah.
And
Do you remember your first like little tune that you made?
oh yeah, it was called like Doesn't Matter.
Doesn't matter.
It was like, doesn't matter if you're tall or short, doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. Like, I don't even remember how the rest of it goes. But
At 8 years old.
yes, I was a very like emotional kid.
Very impressive. Like,
yeah.
what grade are you in 8th grade? I need to like try.
I think
or when
second?
you're 8. Second
Yeah.
grade.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was very much like, I need to just like start now.
Yeah.
So,
You already have the go-getter personality right there. At 8
Yes.
years old. When did you tell them that you wanted to do music full time though? Like, was that like a conversation or anything, or was it just a given that just happened since you were like 8 years old?
Yeah, like when I was like, I think when I graduated high school, after then, like my mom was like, hey, like you need to like, you know, go to community college, like just like, I know that's probably not what you want to do, but you gotta just like do it. And then I took like a few classes, and I took like an engineering class at like a community college up in the Bay, and it was very like
You took engineering?
yeah, well no, like music engineering.
Oh.
Like yeah. So
Talented.
oh no. That would be cool though. Oh my
That
gosh.
would be really cool.
No, yeah, so she like, I like did that, and it was just like that's not really how I learned. And I think my mom kind of knew that, is like I learned by experience. So like after like a year of that, I was like, hey, like I'm gonna just hustle until like this is like what I do full time. So I like I worked a lot of jobs to get there. I did DoorDash. I did like worked at an accounting thing. I babysat. Like I worked all these jobs. And then when like 2020 hit, I talk like 2020 hit, but like COVID hit. It was like, I mean, everyone was staying home, and that's like really when I took it all into my hands, and I was like, okay, I want to make sure like when we kind of get out of this pandemic that I'm like doing this full time. So, I just like, you know, I did all these wonderful collabs, and like by then I think my parents were like, oh, she's like, something's happening. So like, but they've always been so supportive, like even when it was like a little rocky, you know?
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What do you think are the biggest challenges that you faced in the music industry right now?
Ooh,
Or like with it could be any challenges that you really want to focus on.
yeah, I think like honestly there's been like a huge talk about like how TikTok like people are putting out so much music and content that it's like kind of impossible to keep up with.
It's literally impossible.
Yeah.
Like, that's like I think everyone's challenge right now. Right? Like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, consuming so much like information or like songs or content, like it's great, but it's also like, how do I keep up with this, you know? So I think that's like a huge challenge that I face, but like also just so many people talk about. I know like Chelsea Cutler talked about it recently on like an Instagram post, and I was like, dang, this is so true. Yeah.
What did she say?
Well, she was just
like addressing like how hard it is.
Yeah. It's just like how like it's very rare that we like slow down and appreciate songs rather like than just uploading songs and content and like the next thing on TikTok, which is great, but it's also just so overwhelming.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you starting to get into TikTok now?
Yeah. So like I've done some things on TikTok. I had like one video that like with one of my songs, that's why it was exciting. It didn't do like amazing, but I was like, oh, it's with one of my songs, so that was exciting. But
that is exciting.
Yeah, it's like super great for like independent artists or like getting discovered, but it just so depends on so many things.
I know. So like, what do you think people like? What advice do you give to like up and coming or like new artists that are trying to be different or stand out or like have a head start? Like what advice do you have for them?
Honestly, like this might sound bad, but I think me being I think sometimes I can be kind of a perfectionist, and something that really like I learned was most often done is better than perfect. So like, you know, if you're, you know, just super hyper fixated on like a mix of a song or something, like sometimes you can't worry about that. Sometimes you just got to get it to like as good as you can. And like when you start nitpicking and it's like never coming out, like that's when you know like, okay, like like done is better than perfect in this situation. So like just, you know, whether that means songs or like, you know, TikTok videos or whatever.
What are like some of your like, what advice do you have as far as like songwriting? Like what gets you, because that's hard. Songwriting is hard. Like do you start with the melody, like do you I'm like tripping like crazy.
Oh my god.
Do you start with like the words, do you come up with the melody first? Like what's your songwriting process like?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's always different. I gotta be completely honest.
Really?
Like sometimes I'll have like a like line typed out and I like am trying to find a melody to go with it, but most often it's like the other way around. So
okay.
Yeah, it totally depends.
Wow, it's like hot.
I know. I'm like, oh, it's cardigan.
Shoot. Yeah, last night was like cold and now it's like hot. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. All right. Let me just, I'm like sweating by the way, I'm so sorry.
Okay? No, I don't worry. I'm the same. I'm like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have worn this.
If I like pass out just from heat exhaustion, don't mind me. It's mainly my hair.
Oh my gosh.
What do you want to be remembered for?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I think I want to be remembered as like a person who is like genuinely like I guess I don't want to say like, oh gosh, I don't know. I have to think about this. I think someone who's like genuine and authentic, I think like being honest is really important to me. And so I try to be as like honest and like, you know, as much as I can. And whether that means just like talking, like whether it's in my music or like the way I like am with others, like I never want people to be like, oh gosh, that girl is like so fake or something. So I guess just being honest in my music and like staying true to who I am, you know, because I don't know, I feel like a facade is like very easy to put on. So
yeah. Oh, I love that. Now it is.
Yay.
Okay. Let's walk.
All right.
How do you deal with writer's block?
Yeah, oh my gosh, there's so many different things because sometimes I'm like desperate.
Yeah.
But honestly, looking back at songs that I've written before is like probably the most helpful thing to be like. I remember when I was doing this creative writing course or class, they were like, you know, if you're like having writer's block with like, you know, short story, it wasn't really music, but it was like try to look at other things that you've written and like try to like, I don't know, it kind of helps inspire you a bit, you know?
Yeah. How do you come up with like good melodies?
Ooh.
Is that that's a really hard question, but like have you like found any like tips on coming up with good melodies?
Honestly,
like, and then you're like, wait, that just sounds random, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I've honestly, like, sometimes just not thinking about it is like the best thing you could do. Just hop on the mic and just like go. like I've had
so difficult.
I know, like like I feel like if you're like trying to push it, it doesn't come out as good as you want, you know?
True.
True.
How do you think you've grown as a person since you first started?
Oh my gosh. I've definitely become, I feel like I've been like more wise? Is that like an okay thing to say? I feel like,
of course.
like I want to say smart, but I think it's like definitely like wise. Like, I feel like I just learn a lot about how to, like, interact with people.
What's like the biggest thing that you learned?
Oh my gosh, I think I was talking about this yesterday. Don't ever speak like poorly on someone's name, especially in like a session. You don't know anyone, and you're like, you don't know if they know that person, you know?
That is the yes.
Yeah. Like, because I think people think, oh, we can like totally relate if we like gossip and whatnot, but I just have found that to be so damaging in sessions.
I feel like that's one of the first one, it like spreads like wildfire.
Yeah.
And then two, just don't do it.
Yeah. It's just like you don't know if that person knows that other person. And
you never.
Yeah,
always stay neutral.
Yeah, don't speak badly. Like, I don't know. It's just like, it sounds very like, oh, like not saying that you have to be fake or like whatever, but just like, you know, just don't start something.
Don't start something. What does success look like to you?
Ooh, for me, I definitely, I love like all the collabs that I've done, and I think, with doing my own solo stuff and kind of trying to integrate like all the electronic elements into that, like I guess having my solo songs like take off, or my project take off in a way like that the collabs would be like a success, like for me, or like a milestone,
Oh, that's awesome.
because I love both, but I'm like, I don't know, it would be cool to have my own stuff,
Yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. Do you feel that you have a healthy relationship with social media?
Ooh. I think last year I definitely like struggled with that. Just because it's so, you know how it is. But like, I definitely think it's gotten better, just like the less you care about it, because it's,
where do you hope to be in 5 years?
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, so
Are you like a live in the now type person, or are you more like you plan, like I have some friends that plan like literally like every 6 months, like their goals every 6 months, and then I have some friends, which is me, which is like I can't do that, my brain will just literally like die.
I definitely try to like make like goals that I want to reach, but I'm not like like I really hate being like, if I don't reach this, then like shame on me, or like make myself feel bad if I don't. I try to keep it as like realistic as possible, because like I know I don't know, like I know that I can be really hard on myself if I don't reach like some of the goals that I have. But I don't know, like I definitely see myself continuing music, working on a lot of my solo stuff, still doing collabs, I guess just at like a different level, like playing a lot of shows. Like that is such a huge desire for people to be like, singing at a concert and people singing the lyrics like back to me, that would be so cool.
What's the one thing most people don't know about you?
Oh my gosh, I think the older I get, the more I realize like I'm pretty like, what was I gonna say? I'm like pretty like careful or like cautious. I think just like, especially with like traveling and everything, because it's been like 6 months since I've like been back here.
Oh wow.
So I've like I'm pretty like careful and like not like, I try to play it safe, but I'm like trying to be better at like taking risks and stuff. So I think people automatically think I'm a risk taker, but I'm trying to get better at it.
I see. What do you consider the ultimate comfort food?
Ooh, I think okay, there's like so many things. I love
dude,
food.
You're Italian and Armenian. Like these are like really good foods.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like okay, because like on the Armenian side, like
or like, is it junk food? Because mine is Popeyes. You know what I mean?
ooh, Popeyes. Oh my gosh. No, I haven't been back to Popeyes in so long, but like don't they have like the popcorn chicken?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love that as a kid. Like,
oh my god, Popeyes.
I have to go to Popeyes.
I need to go to Popeyes now to make comfort food.
Okay, so
You
like
do 3.
okay.
Or 2, or however many that you want to. If you have a
Oh, are you okay? Are you alright?
Bro, I need to stop wearing my socks with my sandals. I was like, this is what I did last time too.
Oh my
I always tell myself
gosh.
I'm gonna change to my sneakers,
Oh no.
but then I always wear my sandals. It's okay.
No, I'm so. Oh my gosh, am I going too fast?
No,
Like
no.
walking too fast?
I have weak ankles. It's
Oh,
okay.
no.
It's my fault.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Comfort food.
Comfort food. Okay, I love, since we're talking about like being Armenian and Italian, I love rice pilaf. Like that is an ultimate comfort food for sure. I love, oh my gosh, this is so weird. This is like a weird comfort food. I love microwave popcorn with like, I like to dip it in like Frank's Red Hot.
Frank's Red
You know, it's
Hot
like the hot sauce. Yeah. Yeah. It's so weird. Like sometimes I'm just like, I want something salty and like spicy. So sometimes I'll just like eat that. That is like a very weird thing. You're like, she's crazy.
I'm starting like a TikTok thing where I'm trying like different combinations.
Oh my
of food,
gosh.
but like good ones recommended by friends.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so that's gonna be one of them.
Like that is so
Microwave
funny.
popcorn and Frank's Red Hot.
Yeah.
sauce?
Yeah. Like I dip it in it. Like I'm not.
I know you're like shaking it up. And just
No.
drinking.
Oh my gosh, like that is like such a weird craving. But sometimes I'm just
That's
like,
your comfort food.
yeah, it's just something I like love salty food. Like it's kind of bad, I think. Like I should not be eating as much salt as I do, but
Wow.
so
That sounds delicious. I'm really gonna try. I'm so glad I asked that question. Do you most often follow your heart or your head?
ooh, I definitely, because I'm a safe person, I
Yeah.
definitely follow my head more. But
Makes
there's like times where I definitely need to like follow my heart. Every single time that I've like followed my heart or my gut, like everything has like been okay. You know, like I always am like, oh my gosh, what if it's like wrong, or like I don't really sometimes like trust myself, but
Yeah.
you know, sometimes you just gotta like trust it and like things work out, you know, like nothing is end all be all, you know.
What's your most watched movie?
Wait, this is so that I've watched.
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking about this recently. It's really
laughing
bad.
so hard?
It's been okay. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Borat.
What's your most watched movie?
Yeah. recently, or Mean Girls. Like it's very different, dude. Very different things. But
Borat.
it's so funny because, like I mentioned before, I am half Armenian. Like there are some words that they say in there that are like, it's like a mix between like Armenian and like,
That's hilarious.
it's not a real language, but I just think it's so funny. So I watched it for the first time like a few months ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I can only watch this with very specific people because it's very offensive. But I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is probably recently one of my most watched
That's
movies.
hilarious. Wow.
A lot of people would not expect that from me, but there we are.
No, I definitely wouldn't have expected that.
I don't know. Is that a bad thing to say on
No.
here? Okay.
No, that's hilarious. I just thought it would be like something totally. I didn't expect Borat. That's great.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Do you have any hidden talents?
I can lick my elbow.
Okay, well you're gonna have to do that now.
Whenever I say that, I like always regret it because I know I'm gonna have to like do it.
Yeah.
Okay, you probably think I'm a very odd person now.
No, I love it.
Okay, wait.
I'm an odd person.
Wait, can I do it?
Wow.
Did I do it? I'm not sure.
I
think
mean-
I did.
I can't even get close. No, I can't even get closer. God, that's That's a talent,
Oh
dude.
my gosh,
Wow,
no.
good for you.
Can you do it?
No, not even close.
Oh no.
My shoulders so stiff.
Oh
Okay.
no. No more Dance Dance Revolution.
If you could have any superpower in the world, what would it be?
Ooh, I was asked this recently, and I think like being invisible would be super cool.
Invisibility.
Yeah.
Why? Just
Yeah.
so you could like just go in and out of rooms.
Yeah. Like I always watched The Incredibles when I was younger, so I always wanted to be like Violet, you know, like how she like disappears. I was
Yes.
like, oh, she's so sneaky and cool. Like I want to be like that.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received? And then one more question.
Ooh, okay. In music or just in general?
Both.
Both. Okay, so in music, I would say don't ever be too precious.
Precious?
Yes. So I was like, at first I was like, what the heck? What does that mean?
Oh yeah, what does that mean?
So meaning like don't ever like be too precious with your songs. Meaning like
Oh, like taking a lot of time on songs.
yeah, like I mean you should take your time on them, but like if you're like this is the one song that's gonna like blow up or like, you know, whatever, like you sometimes just have to
like being like emotionally attached.
yeah, yeah, because I would get so emotionally invested in these songs, and while it's like really good to do that, at the same time, like a lot of the times, like they aren't gonna be the biggest song ever, you know.
Right.
And I think that kind of does like apply to life too in a way. Like don't ever like, you know, think like this one thing is gonna like, you know, make everything like, I don't know, like until I have this thing. I don't know what I'm saying, but like until like I have this, like I won't be happy or whatnot.
Right.
It like in a way I feel like it kind of reflects on life of like, you know, don't hyperfixate on like
Right.
things that you know aren't gonna like fill you up, you know.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah.
Last question. What's next? What's next for She Is Jules?
Yeah, so like as I was mentioning with my like solo project, I am like releasing an EP called Synthesia.
Oh,
So
when is it coming out?
it's coming out this spring, so it's coming out like song by song.
That's amazing.
Which is really exciting.
Yeah.
And just like a fun way I think to introduce like singles and the songs on the EP.
Yeah.
And yeah, like that's gonna be coming out this spring, and there's gonna be a music video and for one of the songs, and it's gonna be a great time, and then like hopefully some more collabs in the future. So very exciting.
Awesome. Thank you, Jules, for being a part of this channel and doing this interview. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.